Hello everyone, my name is Cecil Scott, and welcome to another one of my reaction videos. Today we're going to be reacting to a show as I normally like to do on YouTube, whether it be anime or tokusatsu or something else, but at the beginning of every single one of my reaction videos you're going to see this little video is going to play as a disclaimer to you, the viewer. A lot of people on YouTube like to do reaction videos and put the footage of whatever they're watching in their actual video. They'll do little tricks to sort of distort it, whether it be brightening it or making it transparent or playing with the volume, all sorts of little tricks that they do to try and put the footage from whatever they're watching in their video so you can follow along with them, but they can also avoid a copyright claim or strike. I personally choose to not put footage from whatever I'm reacting to in my videos. Instead, what you're going to see is we're going to have a handy timer in the lower left-hand corner of the screen, and that timer is going to be there so you can follow along with where I'm at in whatever I'm watching. So all I ask you to do in my reaction videos as the viewer is to just pull up whatever we're watching on your own screen and just sort of format it however you like, wherever you want to put it, so that you can watch me alongside with what we're watching, and that way I can avoid the risk of copyright claims or strikes and having my channel taken down, and you as the viewer can watch the episode of whatever we're watching in its full unedited glory, and we can enjoy the show together. If that's something that you don't vibe with and you'd rather watch a reactor that puts the footage into their actual reaction videos from whatever we're watching, or if you want somebody who doesn't like stop and pause, because I do that too, I'll stop the video and you'll see the timer will stay where it is while we talk about something that I have a thought I want to share. I'm never going to take offense to you going and watching somebody else's reaction channel, whether they have a different style of reacting or they just put the footage in. You're never going to offend me. The only thing that will ever offend me is if you comment on my videos saying that I should put the footage into my videos. I have done this in the past and it has not worked out for me, and it is not a risk that I'm willing to take as a content creator, so all I ask you to do as the viewer is to respect that wish and decision and to just pull up the episode on your own screen however you choose to do so you can follow along with me. That being said, I hope you enjoyed today's reaction video. Hello everyone, I'm Cecil Scott, and welcome back to another reaction video. Today we're going to be watching, as you can tell by the title of this video, episode 3 of Bakuage Sentai Boonboomger. Since you've already gotten through the disclaimer for the video, I'm going to assume you've already got the episode pulled up on your screen and you're ready to watch alongside me. So I've already got my episode going as well. We're going to do a 3, 2, 1, go countdown, and when I say go, we're both going to hit play at the same time so we can watch the episode alongside together, okay? So anyways, I don't have really too much to say this time. Episode 2 was a little bit slower. You know, we got some pretty basic stuff going on. I did enjoy the episode, but, you know, it left me wanting a little bit more. So I'm hoping things hit me with another sort of twist or turn that maybe I'm not expecting so much. But I don't have that much faith because we're still early on, you know, still the first couple episodes. I think the first, 5 episodes of any show you can sort of give a grace period to. Some people have, a 3-episode rule with watching shows where if it's not good or they're not hooked by the 3rd episode, then they drop it. I personally have, a 5-episode rule for, things to get established before they start getting, good. You should have a hook and you should like the show and you should want to keep watching it. That's true. But as far as, it to really ground you and hook you in and give you something to, really mull over and marinate on, that I pretty much give 5 episodes. So, I'm going to be kind the first 5 episodes, and then after that, if my expectations aren't being met in, a really abysmal failure, then I might get a little harsh. But for now, I think we're doing really good. Obviously, we've only watched 2 episodes. Let's get into the 3rd one. But anyways, here we go with episode 3 of Bakuage Sentai Boonboomger in... Oop, I should probably get ready to play myself. In 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so they are a delivery... This is a delivery thing. What the heck was that about? Oh. Huh. Can you tell us what it is? Because I'd love to know. Okay. You know, I do like all the characters so far, but I think Mira is still my favorite. Honestly, she's got that sort of infectious enthusiasm, even if she's a little bit derpy and naive, that a lot of shonen protagonists have, so... I'm more drawn to her than anybody else so far. Look at how can you not love her? She's so freaking happy to be there. Okay, this cop has to be the Black Sentai. Yeah, because... Or Boom Black, because the guy with the orange hair, the orange jacket, the orange fucking lollipop, they're really driving the orange theme home. Oh, that's so cool, though. I mean, it stinks that I can call that story a little bit after only him appearing in one episode, episode 2. But I really hope I'm right, because I think that would be really fun. If somebody who's like, what would normally be like a background NPC character, like somebody like a policeman during these encounters, would become a main character, that would be so fun. I mean, it's very similar to Mira in a way, where she was just like an ordinary person that she got sucked into this life. Honestly, I think that's a more fun way to become, like, a Super Sentai than to just be, like, the special chosen one, you know? To, like, choose it for yourself, if that makes any sense. Oh, I gotta make sure my phone's on mute. She's so enthusiastic. I love how bad she wants to be part of the team. Girl! So it's all about the car in the end, huh? Oh, shit! Mad Rex Squad? So do they belong to, like, a faction? Yeah, the key, now that I got a good look at it, it is the same logo. Wait a minute. Why? You know what her head reminds me of is, Hello Kitty. A clock, really? Oh god, I hope it doesn't have time powers. That would suck. Yeah, girl, this is what it means to take the wheel. You know what they told you in episode 1. Girl, you better take the damn bus. Oh, orange-haired guy. Okay, cool. Genba from procurement. Oh, they're still watching her even though they're making her hoof it. That's cool, at least. Why are all the car magazines... Okay, it's interesting. I have very interesting questions about Japanese culture, because I'm seeing all those magazine titles were in English, but all the text on them was Japanese. Hmm. Why does he seem to be smiling about that? Is he gonna be some, like, traitor character? That would kind of suck. I like him, and I like his attitude and design. Interesting. Are they implying that the clock had some sort of sentience before this? How else would it known that it hasn't moved in a long time? Did it freeze them? Wait. Girl, Mira. Wait, so are these two gonna, like, support her from afar? Where they're gonna, like, take care of the Hashilian so she can focus on the delivery? That's actually really cute. That is such big brother energy. Oh, she's finally gonna notice. Okay, cool. I was hoping she wouldn't just take a back seat and be totally oblivious. That would be kind of, I don't know, bad for her. Wait, so it can stop, like, motion or time for an object? Okay, this is pretty funny. The cop again. Okay, now that I'm getting a good look at him, this is definitely the cop from the opening. He's definitely going to become, like, Boone Black. It's a cool looking bicycle. I mean, well, it was. So she is oblivious. I thought she was gonna catch on to the fucking amalgam there. She just ended up using. What is she doing? Is she finally? Please tell me she's gonna notice. This is too annoying now. Come on, girl. Okay, so you do it like this. What? Mira, no! No! Thank you. I was gonna say, is it ever gonna shoot? Like, I mean, is he gonna ever shoot? Dude, you better get the hell on out of there. This is no place for your ass. Uh-oh. Where'd it go? Wait a minute. Why is he... Okay, we're pausing there. Because we're about to, like, totally transition into the second half of this. So we're at the 11-minute mark. So why is Casshiro, which I'm just going to keep calling him Casshiro, even though his name is Ishido. Everybody's using Casshiro, the nickname, so I'm just going to use it myself. Why is he still being so harsh on Mira, I'm wondering? Because it's like he keeps going back and forth between having faith in her and not having faith in her. Like, I almost wonder if it's like subconsciously he recognizes her abilities to a certain degree, so he's just going with it, like, sometimes, without even thinking about it. But when he actually stops to think about it, he doesn't have like an intellectual, logical faith in her. It just seems weird that he's so back and forth between like trusting her and then being super overly analytical and critical of her. I wish he would just pick a lane and be consistent. It's a little bit annoying and upsetting because it means you can never predict if he's actually going to be there for her or not. So hopefully he improves in that relationship with her throughout the show and as the story goes on. But this is an interesting episode. I actually like that the cop, even though it's episode 3, because if I'm right, you know, which I think I am, I obviously it's hard for me to remember just from brief scenes in the opening and the closing exactly what the person's face looks like. But I'm 98% sure that this cop is the same person we're seeing in like the opening / ending, attributed with Boone Black, who has yet to debut, obviously. But I'm liking that it's episode 3 and they're already getting so involved with like what's going on with the Malgum's Auto Monster, whatever the. I keep saying Malgum. I'm so sorry. Malgum is Kamen Rider Gotchard. I knew I was gonna make mistakes like that eventually. The Auto Monster, which I think there was like a word that started with K, like a Japanese word for it, like Honjaku or something like that. I can't remember. I looked it up on the Wikipedia and they used a different word than Auto Monster, but the translation I'm watching says Auto Monster. But yeah, it's interesting that he's already there and he's involved so much and he's like actually like getting hands-on in the action, like shooting a gun at it and everything. The monster this time is okay. It seems like it's kind of generic. It doesn't really actually seem like it has any special powers because it keeps putting its hand out like it's stopping somebody, but I don't think it's actually stopping anything. It's not like freezing objects in their place and it's not stopping time. It just seems to be more annoyed by motion. So I haven't really seen it display any actual powers so far, which is weird because now we're going on to like the second or third time it's getting a different scene where it's being shown on screen when it catches up with Mira. So I do find it a little bit odd that they've made it a little bit underwhelming, unless it's about to get just like increasingly terrifying when its powers are revealed. And they're just sort of building up to that, but I don't know. I feel like it should be using its powers so far when it's having this like big encounter. We've got such a complex choreographed like action scene going on, but that's just me. But anyways, let's get back into it. We're at the 11-minute 0-second mark in 3, 2, 1, go. Aww! Are these two... You know... Girl! This is too funny. I'm loving this. Yeah, why does this auto monster feel so lame? Okay, it's just like shooting gigantic beams out of its sword. Okay. Wait, oh no, what about the delivery? Damn, that's already a cracked mirror, dude. Yeah, thank you. Please freak out about that. That's important. If you're a courier, shouldn't your job be the package first? Oh, that's cool. I just noticed its swords are actually like the arms or the hands of a clock, kind of, or inspired by it. Casshiro, looks like you were right. She did not do that intentionally. She's just a little dumb. No, she's not defying expectations. She's just a dunce. Okay, put the fucking package down. Thank you. All right, now we're gonna get serious. Good. Okay, I'm getting into it, man. I love the little hand transformers. That'd be so fun to play with. Like, especially if it's got, like, a little rubber tire you could actually roll down your sleeve and it could, like, make the tire sound. That could be really cool. And if it said, like, boom, depending on how many times you pushed it, that'd be cool. Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. Because in Boon, if you, like, use Romaji, it would be, like, B-U, maybe possibly with, like, the line over it, then an N. But then, like, the translations, and even, like, on Wikipedia and stuff I'm seeing, they're spelling the Boon the same as Boonboomger, which is B-O-O-N. So, this is interesting how they're choosing to Romanize it. Dang, just whoop! This is actually kind of fun, but the tricky play that they're doing here with their choreography. Dang, is it really almost the end of the episode? No, we've still got 8 minutes left. Okay. It feels almost like the big climactic moment of an episode. Like maybe a minute or two left, but we still got like a good third of the episode left. So I wonder what else is going to happen. Because we can't use 8 minutes to just deliver a package, have the giant version of the monster, fight it, and be done. Like, that still leaves like 5 minutes. So I'm wondering what else is going to happen in the episode. Oh wait, so the clock auto monster can freeze people. Unless they're... Wait, so were they doing it on purpose and just being dumb? Because it told them to stop? Or are they doing it because it used an ability on them? I'm so confused. If it had the ability to, like, freeze people in place, I think that would be a very OP ability and it would have used it a lot more. So this is kind of weird. Yeah, and it does seem like it doesn't matter who the Boonboomger is, Sentai. It seems that they can all use any of the vehicles, even if they have, like, designated color matching ones. Because we know from last episode that Casshiro used the wagon, the pink one, when he took out the monster and, like, pinched it, so it couldn't use its vacuum. So even though they may have, like, go-to vehicles that are, like, color coordinating, it does seem like we've already got confirmation. I didn't think about that. That any of them can use any of the vehicles, probably. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe just Taya is the only one who can use, like, the Boonboomger, the trailer. Trying to listen for, like, the beeping of an oven because I got food in the oven. Mira, you shouldn't be surprised. This happens every episode. I kind of want to see, like... I don't mind, like, the main big Boonboomger Robo, but I kind of want to see other forms of it if we've got all these other vehicles that we're not using. Like, I would like to see it transform into different, like, forms eventually. Okay. because it's such an old clock, it's rusted shut. Yup. Okay, so this is where the twist comes in. This is what's going to make it difficult. I wonder how this is going to affect anything. Okay, the Boom Boom Classic. They were fixing this up at the beginning of the episode. So now we're getting what I wanted, which is we're starting to see how it's going to use the other vehicles to utilize different abilities and transformations. Cool. What is it, turning into just like a flathead screw? Okay. Let's see how this helps them, if it does at all, honestly. Because the thing's kind of looking like a nail filer at this point. How are they able to use the classic then to like mirror the Auto Monster's abilities? Because they just did like a similar move, if not the same thing. Okay, so they don't have to unscrew the parts to beat it. They can just beat it into submission and make it blow itself up, I guess. Girl, you are all messed up. Okay, yeah, please tell me in like the next episode or two, this poor guy is gonna get to leave his old life behind and become a Boonboomger. Wait. Oh, here we go. The chick with the glasses. I forgot all about her. Is she going to be like an investigator from like the government or something? That'd be so cool. You know, she looks a lot like... I'm not even going to lie. She looks like one of my friends who's also a YouTuber who reviews different stuff. Ooh. I'm trying to look on while the ending theme is playing. I'm looking through my YouTube subscriptions because I want to be able to tell you guys her name so you can tell me if she looks like her. Oh, where the hell is she? Come on, dude. Did I already scroll by her? Oh, I have to hit the all button. That's why. I have to scroll all the way down. Zuvi's Game Room. Z-U-V-I. If you guys look up Zuvi's Game Room and look at videos of Zuvi, I've known her over, like, Twitter and YouTube for years now, and she looks really spot on, very close to that, policewoman we just saw at the station. Yeah, it's totally him. He's the cop. Okay, cool. I'm looking forward to that story. I wonder if this is going to be like its own little arc, like investigating the Boonboomgers. Oh, he's going to arrest her? Yo! Okay, that's exciting. That's kind of cool. There she is. She looks just like Zuvi. Even, like, her ear size and everything. It's crazy. Okay. Well, there we go. That was my reaction to Episode 3 of Bakuage Sentai Boonboomger. I liked it. I liked it quite a bit. I think I'm going to go ahead and give this another 8. I really don't have too much to say regarding the episode itself. I think the problems that I had in the last episode, in episode 2, sort of continued in the same vein into this episode, but I do think I enjoyed the storytelling a little bit more, and because I already experienced the whole lack of, like, what the Boonboomgers are and what they do, and like a very just clear basic statement, because I've already experienced that, I'm not really carrying that feeling into this episode. It was just sort of more like, I keep looking for it and waiting for it, sort of like, at the beginning, now I know they're teasing us, right? Because at the beginning we saw Taya and Boonboomger restoring the Boom Boom Classic and talking about, like, his dream, but they didn't actually explain to us what the dream was, so I'm just like, okay, in my head, I'm like, this is something they're going to continue to drag out, just like I sort of theorized that they would, but I'm not expecting much, because I already have that low expectation of what the payoff is going to be when they finally do, like, make it very clear to us. I wouldn't be surprised if they just drag it out, because they wouldn't think that the target demographic or audience thinks it's actually important or cool or clear. Maybe they just don't think it's relevant, because, you know, you have to remember that Kamen Rider and Super Sentai are, at the end of the day, they're aimed at probably a very specific demographic of, like, a certain age group of young boys in Japan, so they're not exactly thinking about criticism or fans from outside of that target demographic, and, you know, I don't know about you, but when I was watching Power Rangers as a kid, when I was like 10, I wasn't sitting there thinking, you know, with critical plot analysis skills. So I wouldn't be surprised if they just don't care to throw that information in, because they just don't deem it as necessary, and they'll just get to it when they get to it. They may even never tell us. Maybe just his dream is just to have friendship. You never know. I mean, it could be something so stupid. But I don't like unanswered questions, because that's what makes us as the viewer leave us asking more questions and wanting to know more. But I did like the episode. I think the reason I'm giving this an 8 out of 10 is, number one, I did not like the villain. I did not like the monster of the week, the auto monster, the clock monster. It was very unclear what its actual abilities were. We knew that it was annoyed by motion. It seems like such a stupid shtick. Like, how can you make a monster out of a clock and not have time-based abilities? Instead, it's annoyed by the movement of time, because it's like this antique clock that stopped moving a long time ago. I mean, it's an interesting twist to take on the clock itself, but they needed to take that a step further so that that translated into combat to keep it actually interesting, and to make us like it and want to see more of what it does. I never really felt like I had any interest into seeing what it did. I didn't think it was cool. I didn't think it was that fun. I thought it was kind of weird, honestly. Which I don't mind weird, but like it needs to be weird and interesting, if that makes any sense. And that was not. So, the other reason I would take a point off is because it seems like there's some inconsistent characterization. I talked about this in episode 2 with Mira specifically, but now it seems like that's even spilling in over to like Casshiro or Ishiro, whatever you want to call him. It seems like it's unclear when he chooses to like or unlike Mira, when he chooses to be critical or when he accepts her as part of the team, and he goes back and forth so much that you can't really predict how he's actually going to interact with her, because it doesn't feel like there's a whole lot of consistency with his behavior or personality, which is kind of rubbing me the wrong way, because I would like, especially since this is only a team of 3 people, well, 4 if you count the, what the hell was his name, Genba, but we haven't seen him be, you know, a Boon Orange. I'm just theorizing that's him and that it exists. So as far as we know, the core team is 3 people, and it's like, if one of those people is not in sync, like, you know, you don't feel too much of a sense of, like, the team's very strong. So I would like that to become a little bit more solidified. Maybe they'll just grow closer, and then that worry will just fade away. But for now, I don't know, it just seems like a kind of a weird interaction between the two of them, and I don't think Taya can be the person in between the two of them and being the glue that holds everybody together. That seems like a recipe for disaster. You know, they need to like have that sort of bond between themselves, because if something were to ever happen to Taya, does that mean if Taya is the central character that they all sort of revolve around, and you take him out of the equation, does that mean the entire team falls apart? Do you get what I'm saying with that? Like, that doesn't seem like a very good team building strength, as far as having everybody work in cohesiveness. But anyways, I digress. So yeah, not too many thoughts in this episode. I'm realizing this is a trend now that we've done episode 3 compared to something like Kamen Rider Gotchard. Not to keep comparing the two, but I am noticing that everything I've sort of heard about one series versus the other, at least with the instance of these two particular series, is correct, where this seems to be less plot heavy and more aimed at the team, and the other one seems to be more plot heavy and more aimed at the individual. So I feel like I have more to talk about in the Kamen Rider Gotchard reaction videos, where in this series, I'm not really finding that much. Everything seems to be pretty straightforward. They don't really seem to be feeding us enough for me to be able to sit back and go, oh, this is what I speculate on. It all seems kind of basic and like easy to predict. Not in like a way where it's 100% like boring and tropey, but in just like it's direct, if that makes any sense. So I'm hoping that we get some more. Maybe it's just like a slow build up, which would be ironic for a show built on the theme of speed, but I digress. Maybe we'll get some more stuff layered on later, and it'll get more interesting, and I'll have more to talk about. But for now, it's a little bit difficult for me to find things to really sit with and think about and dive deep into and have like some serious thought and dissection on. But I'm doing my best. I'm not trying to force it, but I'm trying to still get something out of it, because I don't want to feel like I'm walking away and you guys just watched a reaction of me just going, oh, ooh, ah, like that seems very basic. I would like to present that I do have a higher functioning cognitive ability than just to go, oh, at things. I do have thoughts, so I'm trying to get them out. But anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you thought of episode 3 of Bakuage Sentai Boonboomger. I'll see you guys next time for episode 4. So until we meet again in the next video, bye-bye.